Cool. Hello, everyone. This is Eliana Gilad. Hi, founder of Voices of Eden, the Ancient Wisdom and Healing Music Institute, and welcome to session 4 of Learning Hebrew through Healing Sound and Healing Music. And today's session is on connecting to your roots through Hebrew. Today is the day in North America where we begin to celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday. And so I thought it would be very fitting to focus on roots today. It's perfect timing. And I'm going to put on screen share so that we can go over what we're going to go over in this session. Can you see that, Sharon?
I just see that you're starting there.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Now, do you see the black bar at the bottom, or just hope not? Can you?
Well, I see Learn Hebrew through sound.
Do you see at the bottom? Do you see where it is a black screen? Is the black bar from?
Oh,
Zoom?
the black bar. Yeah.
Oh, it's showing. Oh, right. So we're going to go a little at a time. I have rudimentary technological skills, as you all see, but that's part of it. All right, so today is session 4, is connecting to your roots in Hebrew. And today I'm going to talk to you about connecting to your roots through Hebrew sound and music. And the reason why it's important to learn this is that when you connect to your roots, you ground yourself, you're firmly planted solid on earth, and your balance improves. Now, what's really cool, even before we get into the gratitude, I'm going to teach you a healing chant today that will connect you as well. Why is it important to learn this? Is that the part about your balance has an issue of the inner workings of Hebrew as well. So remember that Hebrew is a 3-letter root-based language, and we read it from right to left. What is so cool is that the root for ear is Aleph, Zayin, Nun. Can you see that? Aleph, Zayin, Nun. That is the same root for ear, Ozen, and it is the same root for balance, Izun. Now, why is that important? Here's a few of the benefits of learning to connect through gratitude and to your roots through Hebrew. The benefits are, number one, you improve your hearing. Because when you're listening first without trying to imitate, whether we're talking about speaking Hebrew, whether we're talking about singing Hebrew, your ears have the chance to fully hear the power of the language. Number 2 is that you retain more. Retention, when you listen first, it becomes easier to retain afterwards what you've heard because you're hearing in the inner ear. Now that goes back to the ear and the balance. That is so cool, I think, because it shows the sophistication of Hebrew and our knowledge as human beings in ancient times of the power of sound. But isn't that interesting how those roots, it like shows the power of the sound itself, because you're internalizing what you hear. Both hemispheres of the brain become balanced as well, because you may be cognitively with the ears, the apparatus of your ears are cognitively hearing a vibration, going into your mind, the brain is hearing it. But Hebrew, the sound of it, remember, this is a language that it's an ancient language when we were still operating humanity from the right brain, the intuitive side. So that there are many levels of reality at the same time going on. And so this sound incorporates that. And when you're hearing within, those sounds, they grow clearer with time. It's like that pebble that you're throwing in the pond and the reverberation. There's an echo effect. How does this work? I'm going to show you 3 steps to implement this as a means to connect to your roots and as a means to connect to the sound and as a means to connect to the Hebrew itself, both its healing property and cognitively being able to speak it and sing it. And then lastly, we'll then sing it. And there's, again, a beautiful chant that embodies that. So how does it work? I'm going to show you 3 steps to implement this. Number 1, and we began this last time, is to, number 1, listen to the Hebrew first, whether it's music, whether it's sound, whether it's a word. It doesn't matter. Those are just different languages within the language. But the first step is, without trying to understand it, because you can't, it's not cognitive. The first level is to just notice the sound, notice the tones. Are they going up? Are they going down? Izun. Ozen. What do you hear there? Just viscerally. What are you hearing, Sharon?
I'm hearing a lower tone. It goes a little higher, and then it falls back down, and it's a little, there's an ending.
An interesting Ozen and Izun. Now, you've been in an immersion course where we deal with the healing sounds. That's not part of this particular course. But given that you've been in it, you may, I'm mentioning it here. I'm not going to go into it for you others, but the point being that you can relate to, if you haven't been through this course, is that like sounds, they vibrate at different levels. And within the body, we have different chakras. That's energy vibrating at different levels. And there are sounds that are corresponding to that. So if you listen to Izun, Izun, but you've got the head space and you've got the womb space. Izun, balance between the both. Head space, masculine. Womb space, masculine, feminine. Balance. There's so many different levels to this. So yeah, you just intuitively knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that interesting? Now, second level is to imagine yourself vocalizing it, but you don't vocalize it yet. You just feel it in your body. And then thirdly, you vocalize the sound. Let's just take like Ozen and Izun. Okay, so just imagine yourself vocalizing Izun. Izun. Just feel it in your body. And it's no biggie, no big deal. But where do you hear it inside of your body? And then there's Ozen. Same roots. Same root. Aleph, Zayin, Nun.
With the second one, I felt the sound more in my throat, whereas with the first one, the first sound was more in my head, but then it went down to the belly.
Okay, so now repeat after me, Sharon. Just whatever you're feeling in your body. Let the sound just come from there. So ozen.
Ozen.
Uh-huh. Ozen.
Ozen.
Uh-huh. Okay, now imagine your ear as you're saying it. Ozen. Hear it.
Ozen.
Oh my God. That's cool. Okay, now there's izun.
Izun.
Uh-huh. Now, hear that in your body again without vocalizing it. Izun. Yeah, now vocalize it.
Izun.
Mm-hmm. Izun.
Izun.
Mm-hmm. That is so amazing. You sound like a native. I went, yesterday was the closing of the Israel Film Festival here in Los Angeles. And last week I went last night too. It was beautiful, beautiful. There were representations of so many sides of society that people never, that's not true, they never, because they saw this in Los Angeles through this film festival, but many different aspects of society that aren't well known about Israel. And we saw a comedy last week called Holy Air, Avil Kadosh, where a Palestinian Christian in Nazareth, he is, his wife is pregnant, he dearly loves his wife, and he has to come up with money. You know, how is he going? His father's dying and leaves him his little workshop in Nazareth, and he bottles the holy air to sell to tourists. And it's really it's a comedy drama. It's quite a beautiful film, and it shows many different aspects of Israeli society. You know what? Can Sharon? We're hearing the phone did the phone ring?
Yeah, it did. Should I try to mute myself?
Yeah, maybe mute yourself for a moment. Thanks. Great. So it's quite a beautiful film, and afterwards, what's beautiful about this film festival is that the actors and the directors came in. Shadi, who was the main actor, is also the writer of the film, the writer of the script, and they were there afterwards for a question and answer. And he said it took him 11 years to write the film and to produce it. And he was looking for the right woman for his wife, and he found this French actress. She didn't speak, and the film is not in Hebrew, it's actually in Arabic. His first language is Arabic. And I'm getting goosebumps when I say this. He says, the actress who was there, she's French, but of Lebanese descent. Her parents are from Lebanon, but she doesn't speak a word of Arabic. And I went with a Druze friend of mine. Her native language is Arabic, also from Israel, but her native tongue is Arabic. And we're like, holy moly! Najat said, I would never know she wasn't a native Arabic speaker. So we inquired into this, and he said, well, you know, how did that happen? He said, I taught her phonetically. He said, because I studied acting in Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is like the Jewish town. He said, and my native tongue is Arabic, but I learned to act in Hebrew, and I learned to speak like an Israeli. And I figured if I could do it, well then anyone, I would test it out with her. So there are 5 languages spoken in that film, and he spoke in French and he spoke in Italian, and I speak French fluently. And even when he was speaking in French, I remember saying, whoa, I didn't know anybody in Nazareth. How do they teach? Why would they be teaching French in Nazareth to Arabs? I don't get the connection. How is it that he so natively with the music of it, because my ears in tuned to the inner goings on. And when you just spoke the Izun and Ozen right now, it reminded me of that. No one would know that you don't speak Hebrew. It's the vibratory rate of the sound when we are approaching it from the, I don't even know whether to call it from a musical place. That's how I've always heard any language. And I know that it's why I don't have a heavy accent in any language I speak. And hearing that last week from Shadi, from the director of this film, and experiencing it, so boy, if you can find this film, it's wonderful to see. It's a beautiful film. It's very affirming. And to just hear it from the sounds of people speaking like natives when they don't even know the language is really, really amazing. A last thing that I want to say about this, it's not related specifically to Hebrew, but to language speaking, is that I heard somewhere else of a language teacher who I did relate to that research where they've done recently of middle-aged people learning language, like there's a lot of research of very young children learning language and how the best time, and for cognitive development, it's wonderful to teach language to children at from 3 to 5 years old. But the newest research is showing that actually when language is taught to middle-aged people, that there is a neurological benefit to doing that our brain cells are regenerating and balanced. Which is what, and they have, I saw one a few weeks ago of how Hebrew is a great language to learn. And that makes sense to me from this healing sound wave because of the two hemispheres of the brain. And this other research that has nothing to do with, it's not a research, it's a language, somebody who owns a language school, and they said that what they found most helpful in their approach to language is that when people come in, they play a game with them. They assign people new identities. So that a new name, a new profession, a new age, a new city, state, country, wherever, and that they learn the language through this new identity. And they found that people learn 57% better when they leave their old identity behind. And I find that fascinating because it shows how when we are in, how our conditioning, how our mind, our conditioned thoughts approach and impact our taking in language. Now juxtapose that with the story of the director last week, that's exactly what they did. Now juxtapose that with the connecting to your roots, through the going behind the sound, which is actually, I believe, the root of Hebrew. At least that's my connection to it. And that's how I learned it. And by teaching this course, it's like I'm going back like 52 years to decode, really, all these years, to decode from the music that taught me. It's actually a download that's happening right now as I'm recounting the experience of last week at the film. That actually is how I learned that Yafa Yokoni music. I heard it over and over and over and over and over again, and I was 8 years old. Maximum 9 years old. I don't know how long I listened to it for. I listened to it for years, but I'm speaking initially to be able to sing those songs. initially I wasn't singing it. I had no means. I never heard it before. But I would sit there and I would listen and I would listen. I would listen. My ear was taking in the sound. And then I began, izun, ozen. And over a period of time, just hearing it inside and then listening again from the outside to a recording. And then listening again inside. And then verbalizing outside. Is that making sense? Sharon, do you want to unmute yourself? Does it make sense to you while you're watching this? But we have a live person here.
Yes, it does. I may have to unmute myself when Bob comes back, but it makes sense. And I especially like the idea that you become that nationality when you're learning it. I think that's how I'm interpreting what you said.
So I have an idea. So when you use this information that I'm showing you, you're going to be able to sing and speak Hebrew like a native. Okay?
Because I'm going to be one.
Yeah, all right. So now you have a new identity.
Mm-hmm.
Miriam. Miriam. Prophetess.
Mm-hmm. Miriam.
Yeah. Izun. Ozen. Ze izun.
You can get out the
Yeah.
finger symbols.
Okay, so let's go to the next thing. Any questions here before we move on?
No.
Okay, so this is how we're going to work with this. Now let's go to Yalla.
Yalla.
Yeah, Yalla is actually Arabic.
Oh.
And it has no, do you know what? That connects to this as well. Yalla. It's like Yalla. There's no cognitive translation. It's sound. It's like, come on, let's go. Kadima. Yalla. Let's move it. Like, okay. Okay. Let's move forward. Got it. Yalla. Wow. Walla. Or walla. If I hear something, walla. And I think that voila is from voila.
Could be.
You know, when you go voila, same thing. Voila.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to gratitude.
Okay.
This I found, I was looking up the roots of, okay, well, it's Thanksgiving. If we're connecting, what could we find that could be really cool to help teach Hebrew through healing sound? And I found this wonderful little ditty with regards to Thanksgiving. So the word hodaya, Thanksgiving in Hebrew is Chag HaHodaya, which is what you're seeing. Can you see my cursor here? That's Chag HaHodaya. Here's Hodaya, which is gratitude. Here we have the Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Look, this is so cool. Hey, fifth letter, right? What is the fifth letter? What is it? What does that represent?
The feminine.
Yes. And the Vav, do you remember what that is? Sixth letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Vav.
Well, it has to do with love.
No, that's Ahava. Vav is the sixth letter of the Hebrew alphabet. It means and.
And?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's several. Ve means and. When it's here as a O, it's actually a vowel.
Ah, okay.
The letter itself is called Vav, like V-A-V.
Vav.
Vav. A Vav in Hebrew means hook.
Okay.
What is and?
It connects.
It's a hook. Black and white. You and me. It's just you, me, separate. They, hooks. Okay? So, hey, feminine divine, like mother. Ve'and. Daled is in Aramaic, it means from.
Okay.
And do you remember Yud Hey? Yud is the masculine divine. And Hey again is the feminine divine.
Right.
What is Thanksgiving? It's that mother energy, and it's coming from all that is, the connection, the balance. Yud Hey is Yud Hey Vav Hey. Here's that Yahweh again. The Yud Hey Ya. Ya, 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 walla, ya, 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 ya. Masculine and feminine together. Everything that is, but not in the sense of the material. It would include the material, but meaning whatever that thing is, whatever you want to believe in, a God, deity, universe, source, whatever, however you understand that to be. But those two letters represent whatever is beyond, or that is the creatrix. And isn't that interesting that Hodaya is gratitude? So that's why in Hebrew the Chag means the celebration or holiday. It's the holiday of gratitude. And we've worked with Todah before, right? That's a simple expression that's using the same root. But Todah, Hodaya, Todah. Can you see here? Look, here's, it's just different conjugation we've got. And it's actually this is a irregular verb. An irregular root. The root is hey. Here's the root. Do you see that?
Yes.
Hey, daled, hey. Well, isn't that interesting? Didn't see that till right now. Now I'm looking at the sound properties. If we see that hey is the feminine divine, right?
Right.
Daled is from. And again, we have hey from the feminine divine. Let's take that first aspect of connection. Just go to inside. Hey, Daled, hey. What do you understand from that?
It's like mother to mother. Feminine to the feminine divine. I know that that's adding a word in there, but it's but it feels like mother within mother. Mother to mother. That's what I'm getting right now.
Interesting.
Tomorrow I might have something else.
Yeah, and when I'm looking at this now, what I find so interesting is that this root, it's an irregular root.
Mm-hmm.
And they're two hays. That's very unusual.
Mm-hmm.
That's, like you're saying, it's that mother energy. Mother energy, it doesn't make sense saying it. It's like,
I know.
just when I viscerally am looking at this, there's hey dalet hey. What is Thanksgiving? What is gratitude? It's acknowledging divine. And here we have the root of divine from divine. Like when we are acknowledging something, gratitude, we ourselves are mothering, we're birthing, in the acknowledgement of whatever the thing, whatever the gratitude is, we are expressing ourselves as attuning ourselves at one with whatever that creatrix is, in the utterance of the gratitude. And the root is hey dalet hey. It reflects that.
Mm-hmm.
And the verb lehodot means also to acknowledge. It's not. Oh yeah, it is written here as well. Well, first they have written here. It's interesting too. Yeah, to gratitude in the sense to thank. It's a ani modeh lach al hamilim hayafot. Thank you for the kind words. It says, yeah, pretty words. Ani modeh, I'm acknowledging. But it also means to admit. Ani modeh ba'ashma, I'm admitting my guilt. But it's interesting that in that present tense, there's the mem, which is from the inside out. And when we're admitting something, we're bringing it out to light, from the truth, from the divine, from the wholeness. Saying, okay, I'm acknowledging, I'm admitting this. Does that make sense?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Oh, and then, right, what's the connection between thanking and admitting? Both involve acknowledging a fact, though in different ways. And if we take that to the sound area, well, that's what I just referred to here, the mem, mo, from the inside, and the dalid is of. I'm coming from, I'm acknowledging something, but it's coming of, wholeness, of admitting the truth, whatever that truth is. So cool. Questions?
Not at this time. I'm going to have to really listen and absorb and absorb and absorb. But I get the idea.
Okay, so let's go to the healing sound, or to the music part now that we've covered stuff. No? Psalm 133 is Hine Matov. Hine Matov Umanayim Shev et Achim Gam Yachad. Bring this up. Oh, where's the rest of the Hebrew? All right, I will add that in. Hine Matov.
Hine Matov.
which means, let's see, this translation is, yay, how good and pleasant. Something funny happened to this. Maybe when I rebooted.
Oh, could be.
Hold on. Well, maybe, there. Strange. Okay. So maybe the Hebrew's here also, and I'm just, I don't know what happened. No. All right, we'll add it in afterwards. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. Let's go over the hine ma tov. So here we have, here it goes, yea, how good and pleasant it is. Hine ma tov. That's how they translate it.
Hine ma tov.
Mm-hmm. Now here you can't literally translate it, so we'll see how you understand this. Here's hine.
Hine.
Mm-hmm. That's the hey. You see the hey here?
Mm-hmm.
And then the nun and the hey. Hey again. Hey is also is used as the, what do you call that? The proper noun, like the, T-H-E?
It's an article.
Is that what it's called? Article, yeah. All right. Ha kos, ha sefel. This sefel is a mug. Ha sefel, the mug. Ha isha, meaning the woman. So that's another interesting thing about that definite article, that the definite article is actually the feminine divine. Isn't that interesting? The hey.
Mm-hmm.
And that it would be ha, using the sound of the heart.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard anybody relate to that before. It'd be interesting to see how the folks at the, the Hebrew Academy, the official Hebrew Academy, whatever when you have language academies, the country and the language academy. What?
You said what?
There we have the nun. The sound property here is the movement outwards, right? Remember that? So hine.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But what's very interesting about hine is you go hineni. In biblical Hebrew, you go hineni, here I am. I'm here. That's what Moses is saying when he's speaking to God. Hineni.
So this first word is hine. Hine.
Hine, hine.
Hine. Okay.
And notice how the last letter is hey once again.
Mm-hmm.
So connected, but going out, but connected.
Mm-hmm.
Hine.
Hine.
Here they put yay. Yay. That's how whoever translated this translated it.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
Hine.
Hine.
Hine. Hine. Hine. Actually, in colloquial Hebrew, some people, they do, you'll speak and they go, hine, here it is. Like, there you have it. And I go, hine, here. Then the next word is ma. 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 Hine ma tov.
Hine
ma. Ma.
Hine ma tov.
Mm-hmm. Ma is literally what? Except here it's ma tov. When you put ma and something else, it's like ma tov. You could say ma tov. What's good? Wow, how cool is that? How good is that?
Mm-hmm.
In Hebrew, see, and this is an excellent example of how Hebrew is not cognitive.
Yep.
Because there's not a literal translation of that. So to teach in English is more complicated than to teach it in Hebrew. Because there's just endemically, because of the sound itself is the teacher through the vibration. Matov. And through, now here, let's go back to the first thing that I'm going to teach you today, 3 ways how to connect to your roots through the Hebrew sound. Matov.
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 Like, what, how good could that, what's wrong with that? It's like, Matov. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
If I go, and this isn't in the song, if you go, Mara, what's bad? Mara, it's a kind of opposite way of going, what could be bad?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, because of the intonation of it, because of the sound of it, it actually is matov, it's still good.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the ma, because of the ma is mem from the inside out, and the hey, again, we have that
Right.
definitive, the feminine divine. So it can have be used in many different contexts. Tov means good. So hine matov.
Hine matov.
Uma na'im.
Uma hanim.
Uma na'im. All right, let me.
Uma na'im.
Yeah, let's see if I can get this back. There's something funny with the computer. I know what I'll do. Here. You can, let's see if we get the Hebrew keyboard up here.
Oh, okay.
No. Well, now it's in the Hebrew keyboard, but why aren't we seeing it? All right, I'll do it by heart because my keyboard is just English. In Israel, when you get a computer, it'll have the keys themselves will have Hebrew and English or Arabic and Hebrew, Russian and
oh my.
I don't know. There's something bizarre with it's not coming up. Let me write it. Write it on a piece of paper. But I'm going to say it now, even while I'm writing, and let's go over the first step is just hearing. First step, hear the ups and downs. All right. Hine matov umanaim. Hine matov umanaim. Hine matov
umanaim.
Yes, umanaim, naim.
Im. Now the little apostrophe means that there's a break in it. It doesn't just glide.
Naim.
Im.
Yeah, it's 2 syllables. Naim. This is. Can you see this? Oops, I'm seeing myself on the side. So.
I just see you in a small.
Hold on. Voila.
I can't see it. I see a sheet of paper with some.
Can you see? Oh, here, now I'm putting it like really close to the camera. There, can you see that?
Yes, I can see that.
Na'im, nun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is so interesting. Na'im. Nun, ein, mem. Na'am is the root here. Nun, that's the sound going outwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ein means I.
Okay.
Mem is the mother sound from the inside out. And what's na'im is nice, as in one of my CDs, we originally called it Noam, because Noam is also, it's gentleness, kindness. So that sound going out, the nun, you see, like as an I, from the inside out. And there's actually a yud there, which is the feminine, which is the masculine divine. Uma na'im. Na'im.
Na'im.
Uma na'im, exactly. Uma na'im.
Uma na'im.
Oh, Sharon, you sound like a native.
I'm trying to be.
Shevet achim. Gam.
Shevet.
Achim.
This is where I go.
There's that.
Achim. Achim. Achim.
Yeah, do this. Here. Yeah. He.
Achim. This is funny.
He.
There I go.
Him. Yeah.
Achim. I got it.
Yes.
Almost.
Yes.
I think I got it once. Okay.
Now forget the aleph. Just the him. Him. You're revving up your throat. Okay, now look. That's great. You know what? I wish I would have asked this Shadi how he actually worked with her to learn the Arabic. That would be really interesting to hear. Whoops, can you see this? Shevet. Shevet.
Okay, now I see it.
Which we had that in the Shabbat Shalom. Same letters. Oh, whoops. Shevet. Slicha. I was Shevet. Excuse me. My mistake. Oops. Shevet Achim. Where's the Achim? Achim.
Yeah, but I'm going to just do the guttural, and then I'll add the later.
Oh, okay, yeah. Chim. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now, if I get the him, it's
so just do
just and then him.
Actually, you know what? Ach. Do ach. Yeah. Ach means brother. Achim brings it into the plural. Makes it.
Okay.
Ach.
Kim.
Ach. Achim.
Kim. Kim. Kim.
Achim.
Okay. I've lost it.
Yeah, okay. So now, all right, this is great. So this is what happens when we start going into our head cognitively to try and do it. It's good. That'll happen. So now let's go back to the first step again. Okay? And you'll see how it's going to help you internalize this. This is where the ozen and the izun come back together. Okay, so just this first step, just listen.
Mhm.
And notice where there may be ups and downs and where you are feeling this in your body. Achim. Ach. Ach. Achim. Achim. Okay, second step. Imagine yourself doing it, but don't verbalize it. Don't try and verbalize it. Imagine yourself doing it. See where it resonates see where the sound resonates in your body, but don't verbalize it. And with that, go to your throat and go to your neck, go to your throat, go to your skull without understanding, because it doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, but don't verbalize. Don't verbalize it yet. Just wait. Okay. But see how now that was coming out because it went there. But just slow down, because then you'll end up having it faster. You know that the operative here is the so just see where you're feeling that in your throat. Where is that, where does it come in? You've got your throat there. In the English language, there's no focus in that part of the body. And then feel this. Kind of comes up. Achim, 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 achim.
I think my head's going to burst. Him.
Achim.
Him.
Okay, and now let's leave it. Now just leave it. Good. Yeah. Hine matov umanayim.
Do you want me to say that?
Yeah. Hine matov.
Okay. Hine matov
umanayim.
Umanayim.
Shevet achim.
Shevet achim.
Gam yachad.
Gam yahad.
Yeah, you got it. Yachad means together. How they've translated it is, yea, how good and how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters to dwell together in unity. We have to dwell. Oh, I see. It's something pleasant it is for brothers and sisters. They say brother achim because ach is a brother.
Oh, okay.
And in the plural, chim, it's masculine plural. But it could also be brotherhood. It could be people who are close together, friends. It could be. And here is the chant. Are you ready for the music part? Okay. I'm going to take the drum. No, I'm not going to use the drum. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. I just hear that a gardener, so there's chopping down trees across the street. Are you hearing that?
It's not bothering.
Okay, because I can deal with it. Okay, so let's take it in little chunks. I'll sing it and then you repeat after me.
Okay.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים,
הנה מה
מה
טוב
טוב ומה נעים,
שבת
okay, yeah, let's do the whole thing. It's kind of weird to stop it in the middle, yeah. I'll sing it once and then we'll sing it together.
Okay.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Now listen again. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Together. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Now I'm going to emphasize. Okay, so the first step is just listening, right? So listen this time. I'm going to tell you right now how I'm dividing up the singing that corresponds to the actual meaning of the words.
Okay.
And then as you listen, notice that without cognitively knowing what it means. But through the sound of it and by the ups and the downs and the spaces. Just hear that, let that go in so that you can retain that second step to retain the essence of it. So it divides up Hine ma tov u'ma na'im shevet achim gam yachad. I'll do that again. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im Umanaim, with the, with this melody, Umanaim, Umanaim, it's like imbibing in that goodness. Hine ma tov, look, let's see how good this is. Wow, this is cool, look. Umanaim, shev et achim, brotherhood, brothers and sisters, however you want to translate it. Mankind. Sitting together. That's the Thanksgiving. Mana'im. Shevet achim gam yachad. Let's give Thanksgiving. Sitting together. That's what this is. Psalm number 133. It's the first sentence of that psalm. Let's give thanks. That's how I understand this. Let's give, let's give thanks that we're, to be in peace together. Let's acknowledge that. Now hear that.
Okay.
The ozen ve'izun. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. What did you notice?
There's a beautiful rhythm to the way it just made me want to sway inside, and yet I was concentrating on getting the words out. But it's just
Exactly.
so that's how I'm
Okay.
just using my hands to show how I feel the sounds going.
Excellent. So let's do this. So let's go into the rhythm for a moment.
Okay.
For those of you who are interested in the healing rhythm, this is good. Yeah. So the rhythm it's a 3/4 rhythm, which is, like a lullaby. It's that round. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Let's go slower. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Beautiful.
Now, what is the context of this? This is one of the ways, and the most popular ways this is taught to young children in kindergarten. It was one of the, maybe when I went to Sunday school, before I ever took Hebrew lessons, this song is taught. And it's taught as a means to bring the group together. It's a community, as a community builder. Because it's, Hine ma tov, here we are together. And then the next level, then they teach it in a round. And I just had an idea as I was singing. I'm gonna record this into the phone, okay? So I'll just sing it a few times, and then I'm going to play the phone back, and I will sing the round so that you guys have it. That if you're with groups, you'll have it and be able to use that as well. Let's see how this works. There's a first time for everything. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. דום תק דום, דום תק דום תק, דום תק דום, דום תק דום תק. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Now, the majorly cool thing about this that I realized as I was recording, now we can upload this also so that you'll be able to have the recording. See? That's like listening, like first-hand Ma Tov Psalm 133. Okay. Now I'm going to sing the round. So you'll have that recorded as well. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, דום טק, טק טק דום, דום טק, טק, דום טק דום טק, טק טק דום טק, דום טק, דום טק, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. That was fun. Where would you like to go now? Questions, practice, something that you want to go over? Or is it enough?
It's enough. I've had a sore throat for about a week and a half. It's getting better, and I don't want to destroy what's with the in there.
Yeah.
I'll be doing that when it's stronger.
So what are you taking from today's lesson?
Oh, it just felt so peaceful and loving, and I just felt like I was with a Hebrew group or a group singing this song and dancing in the desert. Dancing in the desert tonight.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that, I will wish you all a great time with this music.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the first step, the ozen and the azun, connecting to your roots. What we covered today is the benefit of this is that you ground yourself, you become balanced, both hemispheres of your brain become balanced. And the way to implement this is to first listen just to the sound, see where the ups and downs are, rhythms, just listen to it. Second step is to then imagine yourself vocalizing, but don't. And instead, see where you're hearing that inside of your body. And then the third step is to then vocalize. And notice wherever the blocks are. If you notice yourself starting to go into your head, well, that's a really nice indicator to stop and then go back to step one, like what happened today. It's a very simple process. It's just rinse and repeat, just like the rhythm. So, and with that, those of you who are in the U.S., I wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and we will meet each other for our 5th and final session in another 2 weeks. And I really look forward to it.
So do I. Bye.